I think it's important to not forget about what you need. Welcome. My name is Cassandra. Here are top boundaries entrepreneurs can implement. The first one is set your non negotiables. So, your non negotiable are things that just don't budge. There are things in life I think we're flexible about and things that we're not. We're not going to negotiate. So, I think it's important for you to at least identify it and set that this is your non negotiable and don't change it. So, whether it is your gym frequency, your gym time, bedtime, phone calls, the amount that you want to spend on something, services that you need to outsource, I think it's extremely important as a solo entrepreneur to really identify your non negotiables, things that you're just not going to budge for. When you identify what your non negotiables are, it makes it easier for you to think on the spot for certain things. You'll quickly know, okay, yes, it's easier to say your yeses and your nos. Yeah, I want to go, or no, I can't make it. And I also believe in not having to explain. But knowing your non negotiables makes it easier for you to set boundaries, to be consistent with your boundaries. So, identify your non negotiables, figure out what you're willing to budge on and things that you're not willing to budge on. And I would really encourage you to think about incorporating your self care routines in some of those non negotiables. I think there are an array of things that you could put into your non negotiables, but don't forget about yourself. So that's number one, non negotiables. Set your non negotiables. The second boundary entrepreneurs should implement is the D&D. Do not disturb on your phone. Yeah. And I believe that may not be available on Android, but so I have an iPhone, so I use Do Not Disturb frequently. It has helped me to stay focused, complete tasks, and not get distracted. Yes, I may go make a phone call here and there, but not taking or receiving phone calls has helped me to stay on task because I could easily get distracted with phone calls. So I would say do not disturb. And I think sometimes that could be a tricky slope because we feel like, okay, I'm going to put my do not disturb in. I'm only going to pick up for people where it makes me money, right? And that's not necessarily what I'm saying. Whether it makes you money or not, and impedes on your peace or not, I think figuring out your times where you need to focus and times where you can like let loose and pick up phone calls. The third boundary entrepreneurs should implement is making sure or communicating your needs. So sometimes as a solo entrepreneur, we're doing so much for our business, so much for other people. I think it's important to not forget about what you need, whether it's something tangible, abstract. I think communicating that you have needs is extremely important. So that would be my next suggestion when it comes to boundaries is communicating your needs. I think as a solo entrepreneur, maybe for me, so as a solo entrepreneur, I do a lot. I outsource a little bit, but not a lot. And so, there are some things that I need to communicate with other people. And so I think it's important to do that and not feel like you have to do everything. So the fourth boundary solo entrepreneurs should implement is saying no. And easier said than done. I think some people struggle literally with the verbiage of no. Others are okay with yes. So I feel like play up on your strength. So that may sound like it's hard for you to say, no, I'm not going to go to the birthday party. But it may feel a little bit more comfortable to say, yes, I would love to celebrate your birthday unfortunately, I won't be able to make it that particular day. I would love to take you out another day over coffee to celebrate or whatever it may be. So figuring out what you're willing to say yes to regarding it as compared to no. But there are some things where it is not better left unsaid. So sometimes silence is interpreted by the other person, and you may need to flat out just say no. And I do believe that you do not need to explain yourself. Your no is your no. The last boundary I would encourage entrepreneurs to implement is schedule fun time. It is easy to schedule everything else in life. Um, so I think it's important to schedule fun time. Now, some people say, like, I want fun to be natural, organic. Right, right. Sometimes as a solo entrepreneur, you're on autopilot. You get caught into your own um, habits. So that's why I say schedule fun time. So maybe for those people who need gentle reminders to step away from working and schedule some fun time. So thanks for joining me today. My name is Cassandra, and these are my 5 suggested boundaries solo entrepreneurs should implement.